right now, you can see a lot of kids yelling and screaming. They are very excited as we reach the full totality here in Columbia, South Carolina. The totality is expected to last 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and we are just taking this all in, basking in this right now. What a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all of the people that are here in Columbia, South Carolina, that travel from all over the country and, frankly, all over the world for this amazing and incredible sight.
Rachel, we can tell you've got 1 minute 55 seconds left of max totality there in Columbia, South Carolina. You can see it on your screen right there. They're all gathered in the stadium. It's gone dark there. So many children and families gathered. And, we should mention that Columbia, South Carolina is one of 5 state capitals. This is so rare. This is why this is one of the most tweeted, they say probably the most viewed natural wonder ever when it comes to these solar eclipses, because of the number of populated cities that were in the path of this total solar eclipse in America. You've got Columbia, South Carolina, Nashville, Jefferson City, Missouri. You had Salem, Oregon, Lincoln, Nebraska, all these state capitals that were right in the path. And look, it is pitch black right now in Columbia, the capital, of course, of South Carolina. As we look at the pictures, you can see the corona around the sun there, Rachel's smile as well. I want to bring in on the phone, as we're looking at these pictures, Bonnie Tyler, because last I checked, Bonnie, your song from the 1980s was the #1 song right now on iTunes. Did you ever think that was about to happen again?
That doesn't... just a couple of weeks ago, it hit the 300 million mark, and that was before the eclipse. Yeah. But it's amazing. I just sang it live with DNC, and fabulous.
We should mention, as you can hear right now,
turn around. And again.
This is one of those moments, this natural wonder we're experiencing, and me in a split screen with Bonnie Tyler is something I never thought I would witness. Total Eclipse of the Heart is now the most downloaded song on iTunes today, #1, for obvious reasons. And Bonnie Tyler, great to have you on with us. We love the song in the 80s, and we love it in 2017. Yeah. Have a great time on that cruise with that crowd. I want to show you what we're seeing here right where I am in Charleston. If you look up, you can actually see right here in South Carolina, that is the view that we're looking at right here. As we now approach, we have 1 minute 35 seconds to the next totality, which is right where I'm standing in, of course, Charleston. We just watched it in Columbia, the state capital, and what an extraordinary sight they saw in that stadium. And I've got to tell you, I'm surrounded by an incredibly gifted crew, but no one is looking at me right now. They are looking at the sky as they should be. They are capturing the moment. They all have their glasses on. And we are standing on the People's Building, appropriately enough, here in Charleston. And I mentioned earlier in the program, President Taft came to this rooftop in the 1920s because it was one of the best views in this great American city. And now we are taking in the Great American Eclipse. The final stop in a big city, at least, here in the continental United States before this Great American Eclipse heads out to sea. It is pitch black. You can hear cheers throughout the city. You probably can't hear it at home, but you can hear it as we stand on the rooftop of this building. We have gone into complete darkness. And we have watched this play out in so many cities across this country before it even got to us. And there's nothing you can do to prepare for it. It is just breathtaking. People are applauding throughout the harbor. And anyone who's ever been to Charleston knows it's one of the prettiest cities in America. They were so excited and so welcoming, everyone who helped put this production together on this rooftop. And they are now taking it in. If we can look up, and we can see...
And there you have it, folks. My hometown, Charleston, South Carolina. Total eclipse of the sun. Look at it, folks. Absolutely beautiful. It's one of those rare moments where we here on Earth, with the naked eye, can actually see that outer atmosphere of the sun, which we all know
is a lot warmer than the sun itself. And we're, of course, waiting for, as it now then comes out of totality in about 56 seconds or so, we'll see that diamond ring again. And we've seen it play over and over again. The diamond ring and Bailey's beads, obviously named after Francis Bailey, the great astronomer who first coined the sunlight peeking its way through the valleys and the craters of the moon. And that's what creates those beads, that beaded effect. And here it comes. We've got 25 seconds left here in Charleston. And you can see how, blessed the folks of Charleston are and we feel, because look at the cloud cover on the right screen. You can see how many clouds are in the sky. We did not know whether or not this would work for us or not. But we are seeing it. It's quite visible to the naked eye. We're watching this with so many scientists who joined us today, former astronauts. I want to bring in Dr. Hakeem Oluseyi. And as you take in this image with us, Hakeem, what do you make of the fact that we have all been able to witness now the diamond ring we're seeing, the flash of light, as now darkness and nighttime turns back into daylight here in Charleston? What an extraordinary thing to witness.
It completely is. And I've been chasing eclipses for over a decade. And typically, it's in places that are far-flung around the world. Ghana, Mongaya in the South Pacific. And it's a small group of people that travel all over the world to visit these. But now, here we've had one, coast to coast, across America. The countries come together, and we've all celebrated, and we've all participated. It's like a big sporting event, except it's a big science event.
I've got to tell you, Hakeem, I'm really struck by the luck that kicked in across this continent, from the West Coast to the East Coast, with the exception of Nashville, and they were such good sports about it. But, the clouds parted ways just when it mattered most in so many of these cities along the path to allow Americans to see something that we haven't seen in 99 years. We saw the last one in 79, 38 years ago. That was only part of the country, but this is so unique. It's only the United States. We haven't co-opted this solar eclipse. That's not why we're calling it the Great American Eclipse. We're calling it that because only the United States, the continental United States, has actually seen this today.
That's right. And what's amazing about it is that it goes from the West Coast to the East Coast. It is indeed a very, very rare event. And here we are all to witness it. And we're at a time when we have all this technology. And this means that not only the people who are on the line of totality get to see it, but it gets to go into homes all around the world. Everyone gets to share in the excitement. Everyone gets to share in the beautiful views. And if you're on the line of totality, you get the full experience. You get to experience the sun going dark. You get to experience the air getting cool. You get to see the shadow of the moon racing across the countryside. I tell you, it's really something, and it's so amazing, you understand why people travel all over the world to see them. I'm one of those people, and now I think many more are going to be inspired to join us.
It really puts us in our place as far as our role in the cosmos, doesn't it? The fact that we here on Earth are part of something much bigger.
That's right. We are. We are the universe itself, right? We are the universe become conscious and able to witness itself. And today we've witnessed something that's, it's extraordinary. And, we're really connected to the sun and the moon because it all started at what we call the solar nebula. And as the planets condensed, eventually us humans came about. And here we are to build instruments in order to see it and to witness it.
I wonder if you folks that are going to watch this video later on,
in Charleston as well, to
I'm wondering
the lineup of the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun in the way we haven't seen in our lifetime. When we come back, our
if you look at the cities,
continues as it moves out to sea. So many of you at home sending us your messages, your tweets, and your images. We'll be right back. Back in a moment.
Hey, are you?
I'm wondering if you folks go back and look at the footage of Charleston, South Carolina, and if you look at the background itself, notice the folks of my city had enough common sense to turn the lights off. Did you guys see any lights on in any buildings? Go back and take a look at it. Did you guys see any lights on? There might have been a flicker or two here or there. But I think folks sometimes realize the magnitude of what just happened. This was an eclipse that happened everywhere. This was unique to the United States of America. Unique to the United States of America. And my city, Charleston, South Carolina, just happened to be on display at its finest.
You are watching the Great American Eclipse. Live coverage here on ABC. I'm Amna with Walt Hickey up here in our New York studio. We were feeling a little left out, so we went ahead and put these on, although they're pretty useless. But look, when you look up at the lights...
All right there, folks. Let's go see if we can find some more footage of another eclipse there. I got to about another 10 more minutes. I can do some recording. So let's see if we can follow the eclipse as it goes along the countryside. Well, we'll see if we'll get this to run here. It looks like it's a pause for a second. So let's try and get it to run in. Let me stop it for a second. 1 sec, folks. Sorry about that. Just a little live coverage right there, what it actually would look like from the lens of, I guess, watching the, I'm not sure exactly where this is from, to be quite honest with you. I don't know how they're watching this, and it looks like it's maybe from an observatory or something like that. I would imagine so, because it's like watching paint dry sometimes, huh? But it's, look at the, I mean, just the magnitude of it. Look at the sun itself. It just looks, what? This is one of those images. What do you see? Do you see a crescent moon, or do you see a black circle and a yellow circle? Black circle in front of the yellow circle. What do you see? Solar eclipse, folks, 2017, as reported by your nighttime, right time DJ, DJ Music. 99 years since it's been a total eclipse. And it's actually it's quite unique to the United States. So my good friends that tune into us here on Golden Grooves Radio, and make sure you come join us, folks, at Golden-Grooves. I'm sorry, let me get the address correct there. It's Golden-Radio-Groove. Nope, still got it wrong. Anyhow, I'll figure it out sooner or later. Matter of fact, this thing has got me so much in awe here, folks. I'm absolutely flabbergasted by this. One of those rare natural phenomena that you'll never ever see again in your life. Listen, 99 years. And one reporter said it earlier that even your great-grandparents might not be able to tell you about this. It's something they might have never seen in their life.